Friends, I am going to make an attempt to recite T.S.Eliot's poem, The Wasteland. The epigraph: Nam sibellam quidam cumis ego ipse oculis meis vidi in amla pendere et cum illiquidi discerent sibulla titeres respondebat illa apotene intero. I saw with my own eyes the Sibyl of Cumae hanging in a cage. And when the children asked her, Sibyl, what do you want? She responded, I want to die. The dedication, Il Miglio Fabbro, to the greater craftsman. Section 1, the burial of the dead. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. Winter kept us warm, covering earth in forgetful snow, feeding a little life with dried tubers. Summer surprised us, coming over the Strandberger with a shower of rain. We stopped in the colonnade and went on in sunlight into the Hofgarten and drank coffee and talked for an hour. Bin gar kein Russen stammen aus Litauen et Deutsch. I am not Russian, I am pure German. I come from Lithuania. And when we were children, staying at the Archduke's, my cousins, he took me out on a sled and I was frightened. He said, Marie, Marie, hold on tight. And down we went in the mountains. There you feel free. I read much of the night and go south in the winter. What are the roots that clutch? What branches grow out of this stony rubbish? Son of man, you cannot say or guess, for you only know a heap of broken images. Where the sun beats, the dead tree gives no shelter, the cricket no relief, and the dry stone no sound of water. Only there is shadow under this red rock. Come in under the shadow of this red rock, and I will show you something different from your shadow at morning striding behind you, or your shadow at evening rising to meet you. I will show you fear in a handful of dust. Fresh were their winds, their Hamasu, made Irish king, O wheelers too. Fresh blows the wind to homeland, my Irish sweetheart, why are you waiting? You gave me hyacinths first a year ago. They called me the hyacinth girl. Yet, when we came back late from the hyacinth garden, your arms full and your hair wet, I could not speak and my eyes failed. I was neither living nor dead, and I knew nothing. Looking into the heart of life, the silence. Poets only thus mere. Empty and void is the sea. Madame Sosost's famous clairvoyant had a bad cold. Nevertheless, is known to be the wisest woman in Europe, with a wicked pack of cards. Here, sir, she is your card. The drowned Phoenician sails. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Here is Belladonna, the lady of the rocks, the lady of situations. Here is the man with 3 staves. And here the wheel. And here is the one-eyed merchant. This car, which is blind, is something that he carries on his back, which I am forbidden to see. I do not find the hanged man. Fear death by water. I see crowds of people walking around in the rain. Thank you. If you see dear Mrs. T.S.Eliot, I bring the horoscope myself. One must be so careful these days. Unreal city, under the brown fog of a winter dawn, a crowd flowed over London Bridge. So many, I had not thought. Death had undone so many. Sighs short and infrequent were exhaled, and each man fixed his eyes before his feet. Far over the hill and down King William Street, to where St. Mary would not kept the hours with the dead sound on the final stroke of 9. There I saw one I knew, and stopped in crying, said, "Sir, you who were with me in the ships in Mealy, that corpse you planted last in your garden, has it begun to sprout? Will it bloom this year? Or has the sudden frost disturbed its bed? Oh, keep the dog far hence, that is friend to man, or with his nails he will dig it up again. You hypocrite like to non semblant, non ferret. You hypocrite reader, my double, my brother." A game of chess. The chair she sat in, like a burnished throne, glowed on the marble, where the glass held up by standards wrought with fruited vines, from which a golden cupidon peeped out. Another hid his eyes behind his wings. Double the flames of the 7-branched candelabra, reflecting light upon the table, as the glitter of her jewels rose to meet it. From satin cases poured in rich profusion, in vials of ivory and colored glass, unstopped lurked a strange synthetic perfumes, unguent powder or liquid, raw, troubled, confused, and drowned the senses in odors, stirred by the air that freshened from the window. This ascended, in fattening the prolonged candle flames, flung their smoke into the laqueria, stirring the patterns on the coffered ceiling. Huge seawood, fed with copper, burned green and orange, framed by the colored stones, in which sad light a carved dolphin swam. Above the mantel was displayed, as though a window gave upon the sylvan scene, the change of Philomel by the barbarous screen, so rudely forced. Yet there the nightingale filled over the desert with inviolable voice. Still she cried, and still the world pursues. Jack, Jack, to 30 years. Other withered stumps of time were told upon the walls, leaning forms, staring forms, leaned out, leaning, hushing. The room enclosed. Footsteps shuffled on the stair. Under the firelight, under the brush, her hair spread out in fiery points, glowed into words, and then would be savagely still. My nerves are bad tonight, yes, bad, stay with me. Speak to me, why do you never speak? Speak what I'm thinking of, what thinking, what? I never know what you are thinking, think. I think we are in Recited, where dead men lost their bones. What's that noise? That wind under the door, what's that noise now? What's the wind doing? Nothing again, nothing. Do you know nothing? Do you see nothing? Do you remember nothing? I remember, those are pearls that were his eyes. Are you alive or not? Is there nothing in your head but, oh, that Shakespearean pride? It's so elegant, so intelligent. What shall I do? What shall I do? I shall rush out as I am, walk the street with my hair down so. What shall we do tomorrow? What shall we ever do? The hot water at 10. And if it rains, a closed car at 4. We shall play a game of chess, pressing precise and waiting for a knock upon the door. When little husband got demanded, I said, I didn't mince my words. I said to her myself, hurry up, please, it is time. Now Albert's coming by. Make yourself a bit smart. He'll want to know what you've done with the money he gave you to get yourself some teeth. He did, I was there. You have the loud little man get a nicer. He said, I swear I can't bear to look at you. I know more, can't I? I said. Nothing of poor Albert. He has been in the army for 4 years. He wants a good time. If you don't give it to him, there are others. I said. Is there? She said. Something of that, I said. Then I will know who to thank, she said, and gave me a straight look. Hurry up, please. It's time. If you don't like it, we can get on with it, I said. Others can pick and choose if you can't. But if Albert makes of it only for lack of telling, you ought to be ashamed to look, I said, to look so antique. And you're only 31. I can't help it, she said, pulling a long face. It's the pills I took to bring it off. She has had 5 already and nearly died of young George. The chemist said it will be all right, but I'll never be the same. You are a proper fool, I said. Well, if Albert's won't leave you alone, there it is, I said. What do you get married for if you don't want children? Hurry up, please, it's time. Well, that Sunday Albert was home. They had a hot garment and they asked me to dinner to get the beauty of it hot. Hurry up, please, it is time. Hurry up, please, it's time. Good night, Bill. Good night, Lou. Good night, me. Good night. Ta-da. Good night. Good night. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night. The fire sermon. The river's tent is broken. The last fingers of leaf clutch and sink into the wet bank. The wind crosses the brown land unheard. The nymphs are departed. Sweet thumbs run softly till I end my song. The river bears no empty bottles, sandwich papers, silk handkerchiefs, cardboard boxes, cigarette ends, or other testimony of summer nights. The nymphs are departed, and their friends, the loitering hairs of city directors departed, have left no addresses. By the waters of Lehman I sat down and wept. Sweet thumbs run softly till I end my song. Sweet thumbs run softly, for I speak not loud or long, but at my back in a cold blast I hear the rattle of the bones and the chuckle spread from ear to ear. A rat cut slowly through the vegetation, dragging his slimy belly on the bank while I was fishing in the dark canal on a winter evening round behind the gas house, musing over the king my brother's wreck and the king my father's death before him. White bodies naked low on the damp ground, and bones cast in a little low dry garret, rattled by the rat's foot only ear to ear. But at my back, from time to time, I hear the sound of horns and motors which shall bring Sweeney to Mrs. Potter in the spring. Oh, the moon shone bright on Mrs. Potter and her daughter. They washed their feet in soda water. Hey, oh, say, oh, dean, fantas, chant and dance la cupoli. The innocent children sang a celestial song in the dome. Jack, 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 jack. So rudely for stereo. Unreal city. Under the brown fog of a winter noon, Mr. Eugenides, the Smyrna merchant, unshaven with a pocket full of Quran, CIA of London documents at sight, asked me in demotic French to luncheon at the Cannon Street Hotel, followed by a weekend at the Metropole. The violet hour. When the eyes and back turn upward from the desk, when the human engine waits like a taxi, throbbing, waiting, I Tiresias, you blind, throbbing between two lives, old man with wrinkled female breasts can see the violet hour, the evening hour, that strives homeward and brings the sailor home from sea, the typist home at tea time. Cleaves her breakfast, lights her stove, lays out food in tins. Out of the window, perilously spread, her drying combinations touched by the sun's last rays. On the divan are piled at night her bed, stockings, slippers, camisoles, and stays. I Tiresias, old man with wrinkled ducks, perceived the scene and foretold the rest. I too awaited the expected guest. He, the young man carpenter, arrives, a small house agent's clerk with one bold stare, one of the law, on whom assurance sits as a silk hat on a Bradford millionaire. The time is not propitious as he guesses. The meal is ended, she is bored and tired. Endeavors to engage her in caresses which, still unreproved if undesired, flushed and decided, he assaults at once. Exploring hands find no defense. His vanity requires no response and makes a welcome of indifference. I Tiresias have for suffered enacted on the same divan or bed. I who have sat by thieves below the walls and walked among the lowest of the dead, bestows one final patronizing kiss and gropes his way, finding the stairs unlit. He turns and looks for a moment in the glass, hardly aware of her departed lover. Her brain allows one half-formed thought to pass. Well, now it is done. I am glad it's over. A lovely woman stoops to folly and paces about her room again alone. She smooths her hair with automatic hands and puts the record on the gramophone. This music crept by me upon the waters and along the strand up Queen Victoria Street. Oh, city, city, I can sometimes hear beside a public bar in Northern Street the pleasant whining of a mandolin and a clatter and a chatter from within where fishermen lounge at noon. Where the walls of Magnus Mathew hold inexplicable splendor of Ionian white and gold. The river sweats wheel and tar, the barges drift with the turning tide, red sails wide to leeward swing on the heavy spar. The barges wash the drifting locks down Greenwich Reach past the Isle of Dogs. Elizabeth and Leicester beating oars, the stern was formed, a gilded shell, red and gold, brisk swell rippled both the shores, southwest wind carried downstream, peal of bells, white towers. Trams and dusty trees, Highbury born, Richmond and Kew and Dignity, By Richmond I raised my knees supine on the floor of a narrow canoe. My feet are in Moorgate and my heart under my feet. After the event he wept. He promised a new start. I made no comment. What should I resent? On Margate's sands, I can connect nothing with nothing. The broken fingernails of dirty hands. My people, humble people who expect nothing. La, la. To Carthage then I came, burning, 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 burning. O Lord, thou pluckest me out. O Lord, thou pluckest, burning. Death by water. Phlebas the Phoenician, a fortnight dead, forgot the cry of gulls and the deep sea swell and the profit and loss. A current under his sea picked his bones in whispers, and as he rose and fell, he passed the stages of his age and youth, entering the whirlpool. Gentile or Jew, O you who turn the wheel and look windward, consider Phlebas, who was once as handsome and tall as you. What the thunder said. After the torchlight red on sweaty faces, after the frosty silence in the gardens, after the agony in stony places, the shouting and the crying, prison palace and reverberations of thunder spring over distant mountains. He who was living is now dead. We who were living are now dying with a little patience. Here is no rock, here is no water but only rock. Rock and no water and the sandy road. Road winding above among the mountains, which are mountains of rock without water. If there were water, we should stop and drink. Amongst the rock, one cannot stop or think. Sweat is dry and feet are in the sand. If there were only water amongst the rock. Dead mountain mouths of curious teeth that cannot speak. Here one can neither stand nor lie nor sit. There is not even silence in the mountains, but dry sterile thunder without rain. There is not even solitude in the mountains, but red sullen faces sneer and snarl from those mud-cracked houses. If there were water and no rock, if there were rock and also water, and water, a spring, a pool amongst the rock, if there were the sound of water only, not the cicada and the dry grass singing, but sound of water over a rock, where the hermit thrush sings in the pine trees. Drip drop, drip drop, drop drop drop, but there is no water. Who is the third who walks always beside you? When I count, there are only you and I together. When I look ahead up the white road, there's always another one walking beside you. Gliding, wrapped in a brown mantle, hooded. I did not know whether a man or a woman, but who is that on the other side of you? What is the sound high in the air? Maternal lamentations. Who are those hooded hordes swarming over endless plains, tumbling in cracked earth, ringed by the flat horizon only? What is the city over the mountains? Cracks and reforms and bursts in the violet air. falling towers, Jerusalem, Athens, Alexandria, Vienna, London, unreal. A woman drew her long black hair out tight and fiddled whisper music on those strings, and bats with baby faces in the violet light whistled and beat their wings and crawled head down on a blackened wall, and upside down in air were towers tolling reminiscent bells that kept the hours, and voices singing from empty cisterns and exhausted wells. In this decayed hole among the mountains, in the faint moonlight, the grass is singing over the tumbled graves about the chapel. There is the empty chapel, only the wind's home. It has no windows, the door swings. Dry bones can harm no one. Only a cock stood on the roof tree. Cocorico, cocorico, in a flash of lightning. Then a damp gust bringing rain. Ganga was sunken, and the leaves waited for rain while the black clouds gathered far distant over the Himavan. The jungle crouched and hummed in silence. Then spoke the thunder. Da, Datta, what have we given, my friend? Blood shaking my heart, the awful daring of a moment's surrender, which an age of prudence can never retract. By this and this alone we have existed, which is not to be found in our obituaries, or in memories draped by the beneficent spider, or under seals broken by the limbs solicited in our empty rooms. Da, the Adhavam. I have heard the key turn in the door once and turn once only. We think of the key each in his prison, and thinking of the key we confirm a prison. Only at nightfall did he rest the roommates, revive for a moment a broken Coriolanus. Da, Demyada. The boat responded gaily to the hand expert with the sail and oar. The sea was calm. Your heart would have responded gaily when invited, beating obedient to the controlling hands. I sat upon the shore, fishing, with the arid plain behind. Shall I at least set my lance in order? London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. Poyaskos net Fokoshili Afina. After saying this, he hid himself in the purgatorial fire. Quando fiam utti celdon, oh swallow, swallow. When shall I be like a swallow to sing of love and spring and the spring season? Le prince d'Equitor alator aboli. The disinherited prince of Equitor has been thrown in the tower all alone. These fragments I have shored against my ruins. Wait, il est futile. Hieronymus is mad again. Datta Deyadhavam Dimyada Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you for listening. I don't think I have missed. I think I haven't missed any text, but I think I have made some. I fumbled somewhere. I still don't remember. Yes, I know. I hope that you will appreciate my efforts in learning by heart all these 434 lines, and also reciting is before you to an extent which I could expressing the emotions of this poem. Reciting a poem is communicating a poem. T.S.Eliot has himself said, before understanding the poem, by reading it, it should communicate. So I was making an attempt. Hope you will appreciate and forgive all my mistakes. Thank you.